Hi, this is Ken Forrester, and I learned a very long time ago that whenever you're explaining something new for the very first time, or maybe you were selling some type of intangible product or service, I always found that it was most effective if you could explain your concept in its most simplest form. Simple is the way I think most people like to learn new information. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share some ideas with you, and I'm going to explain it in its simplest form. In this way, I'm going to use numbers and shapes. All right, let's jump right into the numbers. If you take a good look at the numbers, perhaps you might be a mathematical genius, but you might be able to recognize some sequence. I doubt it, but let me go ahead and explain it to you from my perspective. Let's start with the first one, 1990. Obviously, that's a year, and that was the year that I entered the employee benefits consulting industry. I want to bring your attention to two events that will add some significance to 1990. And the first one would be that number 22. 22 represents the number of years that I have been a professional headhunter in the employee benefits consultant industry. So I want you to really think about this. If I can last or survive 22 years as a headhunter in the industry, that only means one thing. It meant that I knew what I was doing. And if I knew what I was doing then, it means that I know what I'm talking about now. So I just want to get that out on the table, that I know what I'm talking about. The second number I want to bring your attention to back in 1990 is the number 29. Now this is important because 29 represents the number of the national employee benefits consulting firms in the industry back in 1990. And what I mean by national firms, I'm talking about the organizations with the global presence. That means that they had offices or presence in all the major markets across the country. Bottom line is they had boots on the ground in all the major cities. The next number I want to bring to your attention is the number 9. 9 represents the number of the consultant firms that are left in the industry today. So back in 1990 there were 29. Today there are only 9. Which brings me to the last number, and the number in the middle. And it's not what you think it is. 69 represents the percentage drop in the number of consulting firms from 29 down to 9. So the question is, what happened to all these consulting firms? And the sad reality is that these firms were captured and killed by the stronger firms. I guess in the industry, they refer to this as merger and acquisition. But to me, it is only a legal way for a stronger firm to kill off its competition by acquiring that firm. So obviously there has been a lot of consolidation in the industry over the past 22 years. And if you take a look at the industry today, I'm willing to bet that it would shape like a triangle. So if you take a look at this triangle, the first section of the triangle represents the number of the national employee benefits consulting firms. And right below them would be the more regional or the middle market players. And below the middle market players would represent thousands, a significant amount of small local benefits consulting and brokerage firms. Now the vertical axis represents the revenue, and the base of the triangle represents the number of consulting firms. So if you